Hi y'all, it's Dan and Sarah.
And we're back to talk to you a little bit more about Trails Momentum's recovery program for young adults working with video game addiction. We have a 6-component treatment program, and the 5th component is really core to how young adults interact with others. So in this component, we help our young adults develop their relationship skills. And there's a few different pieces to that. The first one being their emotional intelligence, which a lot of studies have shown is a really significant struggle for young adults. We do this in all sorts of places in our program, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
So from like the minute they get up in the morning where they're talking about their feelings at breakfast, all the way through their day where we're learning about it in class, to their group processing time, they are constantly thinking about where they are at emotionally, and then also how to share those emotions appropriately, how to self-regulate. So this is a really difficult piece for a lot of our young adults, but they do a significant amount of work on it while they're with us.
Right. Yeah.
When you think about like group time, what do you see happening with this emotional intelligence piece? Like,
Sure.
where do you see it show up?
So the cool thing about group is that they are, they're set up in the scenario. It's happening live, you know. And part of what I see most young adults struggle with in the beginning is just even the basics of learning how to identify what they feel.
Right.
Like oftentimes we'll give them a feelings list, so they can go, I feel this. And be able to communicate back and forth about it. And it also helps them to see, I can be vulnerable, I can say those things, and it can be safe, it can be okay.
Right. Because they can say it in this peer group, and we're here, we're going to be here today, and we're going to be here with you tomorrow. And I know you're right, when young adults, when our students talk about their feelings and they use new language around it, you can almost sense that they feel more at ease about, you know, how they're showing up, because for years they've been using what we call counterfeit language, maybe where they've been saying things are fine, or they've been, you know, being really aggressive and angry at somebody when really they're feeling hurt or abandoned. And so having some new language around it is really helpful. So once they start working on that emotional intelligence component, they're also thinking about how they want to be in relationship. And they're negotiating that all the time while they're with our peer group and with our field instructors and with us. But they're also thinking about how they want to be in relationship with family, how they want to be in relationship with romantic partners, and like, do they want to be an autonomous person, or are they really connected? Do they want to be you know, closed, or do they want to be really open and share lots? And how do those relational dialectics show up for them? And more importantly, how do they communicate those appropriately? So I think a lot of our young adults, they didn't know how to say, this is what I need.
Right, exactly.
And so it just came out as this big conflict.
Right.
And then they come to us and they're like, oh man, I never knew how to say this before. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, and the great thing is that I love about our program is that not only does it happen in, quote, therapeutic settings, but Sarah in her classroom does a lot of education, a lot of practical steps on how to be in a relationship and how to communicate.
Right, and they actually kind of self-assess where they think they are on some of these dialectics, so then they can have some words and language around it. And as they do that, they also think about how they can communicate those needs in a more confirming way. We talk through what we would consider to be like passive communication versus aggressive communication versus assertive communication, which, you know, starts with I statements. And, you know, it sounds really basic, but having all of these tools with them as they navigate our program and then graduate and move into the adult world, it really, again, makes it a lot more comfortable for them to then be able to actually be in face-to-face relationship.
Absolutely.
So, you know, a lot of our young adults have been resorting to video gaming because they feel like that online persona is safer for them. Maybe they feel like they like themselves better online because they can, it's asynchronous, or they can like kind of monitor who they are. And this is really scary, this face-to-face thing, right?
Yeah, it's brand new. Yeah, and they come in believing they have relationships as they have relationships through gaming.
Right.
And like we said in the very first step, it's like this is part of replacing their time on the screen with real life relationships. And how to navigate that in a way that's satisfying, healthy, and connecting.
And knowing that they can have friends that aren't online, and those friends are going to be there again for them over and over again and not abandon them.
Right.
And part of that is learning how to pick up on some of those cues from others too. So the other part of this is conflict. And we really work a lot, both again in group and in class environments, of helping young adults think about what conflict should look like, how they can manage conflict, because it's inevitable.
Yes.
And they've been probably practicing some pretty horrible conflict management online. And so it's really about reteaching and kind of like a fresh new start on what conflict should look like. And again, in their peer group, they're going to have it all the time, right? You see that a lot in group. And
yeah, and that's just a natural part of being in a relationship, like you said. And so part of what we do, both classroom, out in the field anywhere is we set up scenarios for them naturally,
right,
and bring to light things that they may not like, and it may have to do with somebody else, and we coach and help them to work that through. And it's quite uncomfortable at first for them, but as they work it through, it's really satisfying to see one of the students at the end of the program be able to so competently navigate conflicts and it not mean anyone gets hurt or they get their feelings hurt.
Right. So relationship is a core reason why so many of our young adults are, escaping into the video game world. And Trails Momentum provides a safe, supportive practice area for them to learn new skills around relationship and actually engage in new relationships that are healthy, that are confirming, and that are going to launch them into adult life. The fifth component for our recovery program is helping our young adults practice and improve their relationship skills. We consider this to be a really central part of our recovery program, but we have 6 components, and our last and final component is to help our young adults find out who they really are by facilitating self-discovery. Stay tuned.